This next retouch tool that I'm going to show you is called the Spot Healing Brush. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I am going to remove the wave or the wake back here along the top, along with the back end of this boat. So that's kind of distracting in this picture, so we can eliminate that. So where do you find the spot healing brush? If you look, it's one, two, three, four, five, six, seventh tool down. If you click and hold, these are where you're going to find a lot of the retouch tools. So the first one here is the spot healing brush. So with that tool, again, we want to make ourselves an appropriate brush. The brush size is going to be important here, because if it's too big, it's going to modify a bigger area than you want to. Okay, but if it's too small, you're going to start to see some patterning, and you're going to be able to tell where you've fixed or repaired the image. So an appropriate sized brush. So in this case, you can see my brush is about the same size as the wake here. So that's where I'm going to kind of want to be. All right. And then really all you have to do with that is just kind of start to paint a little bit. So I click and drag, and you can see where it turns red where I modify. So if I come in again and I come in again, you can see I'm just kind of touching up here, and I'm kind of going in different directions, and you can see where it's going to start to heal a little bit, and it's going to start to get rid of all of the wake. Now if you don't do it just right, you're going to start to see some patterning. Okay, and you can see how I'm kind of going back and forth over things here, and I'm trying to eliminate some of that patterning. Okay, but again, you can tell right here in this area I've gone a little too much, and it kind of is blurry. So now it doesn't look like natural water. So again, this tool is not a magic tool. Okay, you have to kind of get used to it a little bit, and you can see here, if I don't do it right, it doesn't completely eliminate anything, and it's just kind of making the area blurry. So it's a great tool for small little areas. If you've got a couple small blemishes and things like that, this tool works really well for that. Big areas, you can see when I click and drag across a large area, you can see how it kind of just blurs it. And again, if I go like this and I make a huge big spot like this, let go, you can see how it again, some areas it's going to work really well, some areas it's not going to work well. Okay, think of the spot healing brush kind of similar to the content aware, where I made that selection with the grass, and it kind of uses it looks at what's beneath the water here, beneath that waves, and kind of tries to do its best guess at what that should be. So again, if I make a big patch and let go, you can see it's going to do its best to try and hide that. But you will kind of get some patterning if you don't use the tool correctly, or you use it in the wrong spot where a different tool would give you better results. So again, the spot healing brush will work well in certain areas. In certain areas you're going to get patterning, and it's going to be noticeable where you tried touching up and fixing a spot. So just use it. Try it in a spot. If it doesn't work, you may have to undo and then try a different tool. So use with caution.